Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. They'll run with Henry. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Again to Henry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Now it's Henry. Bulldozes past him. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a lion that's shaken up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. For a lot of people, MVP award means a quarterback award usually, but over 100 yards again last week, they're going to have to look his way more than once when giving out this award this season, I think.
Yeah, it's not just the consistency. It's been some plays that we've seen where we talk about it for weeks thereafter. That's what we're getting out of him. Over 100 yards last week. Expects to continue that in this game, too.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally taken down at the 4-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Henry. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The numbers for him from a week ago, 15 carries, 82 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes a leading rusher.
So they give up the completion there, but defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost. Bring some people at him, a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
Throwing Jones to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 2nd and 6. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And, Charles, this defense, I have to imagine, kind of licking its chops when you get a chance to face a team that's lost 3 straight.
And my surprise was listening to their head coach in his weekly presser, because normally you and I see guys that get up there and say, everybody's a threat any given Sunday, that sort of thing. But he was asked if this might be a trap game, and he essentially said he didn't see anything to worry about. Now, normally you say that to your team, but you don't tell us. You definitely don't say it to the media.
A first down carry for Barkley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Now Jones. And he's got the hook up to Landry. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there, because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things, because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
Oh, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament, and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
He takes us from the 30 to the 34.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. This is Henry. Trucks over him. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 119 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Henry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Running from the gun with Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. won, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On second down, here's Henry. He showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 7 yards on the carry, make it 3rd and 4 coming up. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. And he is not going to get in as the big bodies stop him at the 1. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So now the 2nd drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 1st and 10, Jones. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 12, Jones. And this is going to be pulled in by the tight end, Andrews. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 35. And after getting tackled, he's still down and looking very slow to get up. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 1, if people want to run the football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
And he will find his man on the end route. Complete.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Derrick Henry. And he's going to be stopped short of a 1st down as they'll get to him at about the 33. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Escaping the pressure right. It's brought in by Harris. A nice little juke. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. A 1st down carry for Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Here's Robinson from the gun on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making him a matchup issue for the defense. They have what they wanted, and he drops the ball.
Yeah, just couldn't hang on to the slant. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. A chance for us here to discuss Jarvis Landry. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Marlon Davidson make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he will find his way forward to about the 23-yard line. The Lions Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Deontay Harris. They juked him. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And Detroit getting set to go now. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Successful start to the drive, 17 yards. It moves the sticks. Now Robinson on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
Eluding the pressure right. He finds his man complete. That's Harris. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. 2nd and 10. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, Henry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Looking to throw. Robinson flushed out right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. Back to throw. Robinson. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions would extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow, because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he's got some space here. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break, as we send you up an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this 2nd half as they trail, and we are back underway. Claybrooks to return it. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. A handoff to Barkley. And some space here. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with a flag. Looking to throw. Jones. Well, it's caught on the right side and Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That's a nice play there.
They'll contain him to just 4, second down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
From the 44, Jones, quick slant here to Smith. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Back to throw again. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Rashaan Evans, the linebacker, recording the sack there.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. He gets it to Thomas. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now a handoff to Henry. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space. A gain of 3, second down. They'll run it again with Henry. He can't get him down. 3 yards is half of what they need. try to run for the first with Henry. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield. And the football going back over to the Denver Broncos. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot.
And Detroit back in possession of the football.
This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line.
180 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with Henry. Powers through him. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. A give to Henry.
And this will wind up a Lions 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Henry. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, Henry. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's Henry. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. This is Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Isaiah McKenzie, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. No return here for Clay Brooks, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. So the Broncos come back out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Jones throwing on first down. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Jones throw here into the hands of Jones.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements. I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. They'll look to throw again. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Barkley going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Back to throw. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Traquan Smith, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Broncos are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They'll go option to the short side. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
Off the option, here's Henry. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Looking to throw. Robinson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play.
Now Jones. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Counting down at 30 seconds remaining. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be covered up by the Lions, and that might just about seal the deal. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Henry. Shifts by him. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
244 yards rushing for him now on the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. Henry. A beautiful fake. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
So not quite a first and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. They have to love seeing that from their young quarterback here in the 4th quarter, able to further that lead with a touchdown pass.
He didn't go turtle, did he? And you know what I mean by that. I had an old coach used to say all the time, hey, when we have a lead late, don't just tuck in and try and ride it out. Go out and play and extend the lead, and that's what he did.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions, and you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the Lions, the win moves them to 12-1 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals.